Today, I'm going to talk about Power Automate and share a practical business use case with you. In this scenario, you have information in Microsoft Lists that you want to also have in Microsoft Planner without having to enter the information twice. Power Automate is going to solve that problem with us. I have gone to office.com and selected Power Automate from the menu. Once you get to Power Automate, click on Create. From here, we want to start an automated cloud flow. Give your flow a name or allow Power Automate to generate a generic one. I'm going to type in Lists to Planner. Now we need to search for a trigger. It just so happens that the one we want is towards the top of the list, and it's when an item is created. The first thing you need to do is specify the site address for the SharePoint site that contains your list. In this example, it's going to be my testing team site. Next, I will click the drop-down for list name and select Roadmap Tracking, which is the list we will use for this demonstration. Now that Power Automate knows what SharePoint list to look for, we're going to click on New Step and type in Variable. And I'm going to select Initialize Variable from the list. Now all I have to do is set it up as a string and then give the variable a name. The reason this variable is important is that I often enter more than one piece of data into the list using Edit and Grid View, and the first time I set it up, it was only grabbing the first item and nothing more. Now I can click on New Step and insert a condition control. The reason I'm doing this is I want the flow to only send specific items to Planner, so on my list I have created a Send to Planner column. When I select that from Dynamic Content, I'm going to say it is equal to Yes. Now I'm going to tell Power Automate what to do if the condition value is equal to True. Click on Add an Action, and then search for Planner. Then we're going to select Create a Task. I'm going to grab the group ID, which is associated with the group where the planner lives. It's on my testing team. I'm going to grab the plan ID, and I called this plan Training Team. I need to give the task a title, and I choose to do that by using Dynamic Content and pulling it from the SharePoint list itself. So I'm going to select Title, which in my case is the task number, and then I'm going to type space dash space, go back to Dynamic Content and select Description. You don't have to put in the extra spaces. I do this to make the task card easier for me to read. All the other fields are optional, and the only one that I use on a regular basis is the bucket, and I have all of my tasks go to the From Lists bucket. Now that my task card is set up, I will go down to the bottom and select Add an Action. And then we're going to look for Planner a second time. I'll need to scroll down towards the bottom of the list to get Update Task Details. What this is going to do is allow me to add additional information to my task card that I created in this step above. For the task ID, I'm going to select Enter Custom Value and scroll through the dynamic content until I find ID. Now I'm going to update the description using dynamic content, and essentially what I'm doing is telling the flow to update the note section of the task card. And what I want to add is the details. And now I'm done building the if yes side of the flow. On the if no side, I don't want anything to happen, so I can leave it blank. However, I do know that some of my friends who use Power Automate quite a bit like to use a terminate action on the if no side. For a flow this simple, it's not strictly necessary. I only entered it for demonstration purposes. Now let's quickly review this flow. When an item is created on the roadmap list, gather up as many items as I entered, and if any of them are set to yes, create a task in Planner, and then update the task details. So historically, I know this is where a lot of people leave the video, but I always say it's important to test the flow. So for those of you who want to hang around, we're going to test this and make sure that it works. I'm going to enter some data on the list and give it a training impact. And then I'm going to mark Send to Planner as Yes with a capital Y because the flow has a capital Y and this field is case sensitive. And then I'm just going to put in a little bit of information so that we have something to look at on the task card when the flow is successful. When I go back to Power Automate, you can see the green check mark next to all of the steps, so you know that they are successful. And then I can go to the Planner app and refresh the screen. When I scroll over to my From List bucket, you see the task with the number, the description, and in the notes, I have the details. I hope this video demonstrating the use case of sending list data to Microsoft Planner was useful. If it was, please consider giving the video a thumbs up. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.